It's time for local stories from across the East. Local food. Local fashion. Local businesses. This is your home for local. This is the East's Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.
Oh, hello. Welcome to the East Daily Download. My name is Mark. I'll be your tour guide on this adventure across East. I'm joined on our special On Location from Home edition by my wife Dawn today. She's working on her job right now and working on the East Daily Download. Like a lot of you, we are working from home. So I thought we'd make the best of it and do some work on the show and do some shows. So I think throughout the course of the week, what you can expect to see is the East Daily Download players, all at their respective homes, doing different things and bringing you stories from their perspective. Okay, so like I said, we've got a whole week of shows from home, and it wouldn't be very exciting if I was just sitting in front of the computer talking the whole time, would it? So I'll have to figure out a way to mix things up. Maybe find some home projects, maybe. We'll see. But you know what would be good right now, since it's, well, 7 in the morning? Breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna recruit myself to go and make some eggs and stuff. And so why don't you check this story out, and we'll see you back here in a little bit on the East Daily Download. Special work from home, breakfast is coming up edition, and and we'll eat shortly, and it'll all be great. Okay, bye-bye everybody. We'll see you in a little bit.
I'm Anissa Sakile with the East Daily Download. Right now, you guys are joining me on a walk outside of my apartment complex. So now that North Carolina is under stay-at-home order, people are going stir crazy. It's a perfect time to get out and try something new. I've never, officially tried bird watching before outside of me just sitting there and looking and noticing that I don't know what type of bird it is. So I want to try to identify them now. So I went to Walmart, got some binoculars, and I'm out for a walk.
We're all about bringing birding to people wherever they are, because birds are pretty much everywhere in the state. It's hard to go anywhere or even spend a day without seeing a bird.
Or hearing them, especially.
Yeah.
Scott Anderson is a bird biologist for the North Carolina Wildlife Resources Commission. He says with over 470 species of birds living in North Carolina at some point through the year, not to be discouraged if you can't identify too many birds on your first few tries.
So I really recommend an app called Merlin Bird ID. It's a free app.
The app asks about 5 questions to help you out, like what's the size of the bird, where you are, and what time of year it is.
And also even play the song of that bird if the bird is nearby. So
That's really cool.
On my first walk, I wasn't really having luck finding birds, so Scott suggested a change of scenery.
it's just to sit and be still and quiet. You could go out in the middle of a park somewhere, or even in your backyard. If you sit still for 5 or 10 minutes, you might see a lot more birds just hanging around.
After making a few adjustments and getting used to the binoculars, I was able to identify 3 species of birds. But when you're just getting started with something, it's normal to have a few questions.
Not now, because you can't connect with too many people if you want to go bird watching together, but Facebook groups and things like that, could you talk about how people could get involved with that?
Absolutely. There are lots of Facebook groups. There's a couple in North Carolina.
So even though we're under stay-at-home order and birding might be a new hobby for you, there's an entire online community that you can reach out to for help.
We always like to emphasize it, like not to get hung up on always getting the species right or identifying a particular bird. So it's really, there is no wrong way.
For more information on bird watching, go to WNCT.com and click on the download tab. And don't forget, the easiest way to get started is just to step outside of your apartment and enjoy nature. I'm Anissa Sakile with the East Daily Download.
Now downloading Meltivational Monday.
I went 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and stood up. And that 1 5-second decision changed my entire life. Change comes down to a choice, not the big choices, actually the little ones, the ones that happen 5 seconds at a time. The Mel Robbins show is not a show, it's an experience. where you start to understand what's holding you back, and more importantly, you take that next step toward getting the life that you want and the life that you deserve.
Watch your local WNCT 9 in Your Side news on our live stream on WNCT.com.
Hey, welcome back to the East Daily Download. Hope your day's off to a great start so far. We are working from home. We're having breakfast. So got this sausage that we pre-cooked as well as sweet potato. We like to mix them together and put some amazing eggs on top of them. So let's see if I don't mess this up here with the camera. There's one egg. There's 2 eggs. Any chefs at home, don't criticize the technique. It's the best I've got. And 3 eggs. Okay. And got a little sunshine smiley face spatula. So I'm gonna mix this all around, kind of make a, not necessarily an omelet, it's more like a scramble. Kind of a scramble. We'll say it's a scramble. Okay, so let that do its thing there for a second. So anyway, we still have, you're still going to hear from more of the East Daily Download team, see some more stories as we continue our week at home, work from home week here on the East Daily Download. Oh, you know what I forgot to get that I know my wife will like on this? Cheese. Because cheese is the amazing binding agent that everybody loves. Okay, but anyway, why don't you go head out and check this next story out, and I'm going to finish up making breakfast here with my now kind of egg covered and sweet potato covered smiley face. See you in a little bit here on these Daily Download.
Hey everybody, it's Lauren. I'm here with my husband Richard.
How's it going?
As you know, we're expecting our baby boy any time now. So one of the things that we're doing while we're staying home, staying safe during everything that's going on out there in the world, we are going to be putting together our jogging stroller today. I'm guessing that you'll probably end up doing more of the putting together than I will, but we'll see how it goes. So without further ado, here we go. Let's go, babe.
Snaps right in.
Long way to go, babe. All right. Well, look.
Right in
yeah, that didn't take as long as I thought it would, and then this little canopy will go down if we want it to. Nice little jogging stroller. This is a gift from my aunt and uncle. So now, once baby gets here, we'll all be able to get out and do our walks. And maybe eventually some jogging. Oh, that's great. This really didn't take as long as I thought it was going to.
Pretty easy.
It's pretty easy.
And that'll go in your car.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks everybody for watching us figure out how to put this thing together, and stay tuned for the next story coming up.
Visit WNCT.com for details not in the newscast.
Very few people know that there are lyrics to Entertainment Tonight. Hey, here we go!
So you've had a very bad day, there's Entertainment Tonight.
Oh, yes, all right!
Take one of testing out my little seashell 6-hole ocarina. I'm going to try to do the scales. So. Haha, figured it out, kind of. All right, so it's so. Wait.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the East Daily Download. Like a lot of you have got emails from work, we've got to check here. So that's one of the things that I'm doing right now. We just had a delicious breakfast, that was really good. Again, it was just egg scrambled with sweet potato and sausage, and sometimes mix in a little bit of apple and give it a little zest. It's really good. Okay, you know what else is really good? When you get the WNCT mobile app, so you can watch this show on the go or right now at home, which is perfectly good. So if you don't get it on the 7 a.m. Eastern North Carolina CW, you can watch throughout the day whenever you like, wherever you are in the house. Wherever you are in the house, that's what it is now. Instead of wherever you are on the go, it's wherever you are in the house, you can watch the app. WNCT mobile app for free at the Google Play and the App Store. You get it and you can watch anywhere. Also, don't forget WNCT.com is a great source of information for local news, weather, First Alert Weather with Jerry Jackson and his team, as well as the East Daily Download. There's a download tab and you can watch right there. Okay, I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to go back out to the rest of the team and show you some more stories. We'll check back in a little bit here as we wrap up our first day at home. It's going well so far. And we'll check back in a little bit. East Daily Download. Here's the next story.
Since eastern North Carolina does experience such a wide variety of temperatures, from an agricultural standpoint especially, we really have to monitor overnight low temperatures as we go into March and April. 46 in Roanoke Rapids, a little warmer over here in Hatteras, because even though we think of the weather warming up on average, there are still times when we can drop down close to, if not below, the freezing mark in March and even in April too. So we always monitor for any freeze warnings that might be issued and always make sure we push that information out when viewers need to know it.
Hi everyone, I'm Naomi with the East Daily Download. Today I'm going to show you how to make your very own face mask using a sewing machine. Let's get started. You're going to need 9 by 15 inch fabric, a pen, crazy straw or pipe cleaner, which is going to be used to conform the mask to your nose, a ruler, shoelaces, and some pins. You're going to fold your fabric in half, right side in, and then you're going to take your ruler and mark 3 inches in and 6 inches in, and then you're going to sew into those marks. Once that's done, you can open up the seam and press it, making sure the one side lines up with the edge of the mask. Next, take your shoelaces cut in half, and then put them inside the mask as it is, leaving the cut end leaning over the side just a tiny bit so that you can see when you're sewing it in, and complete that for all 4 corners of the mask. And then sew down the sides. Once your sides are sewn, you can open up the hole you left and turn the mask right side out. Once you have the mask right side out, you can begin pleating the mask. So you're gonna pinch the fabric and fold it over 3 separate times and pin it in place. Once it's pinned in place, you can reach over and grab your crazy straw or pipe cleaner and then put it inside the mask. Be careful not to bend it too much, and once you get it inside the mask, you want to push it towards the top seam. Once you have the mask pleated and the crazy straw in place, then you can sew along the sides and on the edge. And then you have your finished mask, with the hole opening for any filter you might want to put in there. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Taylor and this is Bentley, and we're here to show you some enrichment ideas for your dog. With the quarantine in place, it's important that your dog is still getting enrichment and exercise, no matter how big or small or young or old. Mental exercise is a great way to fulfill your dog without having to leave your home. This can be achieved by teaching your dog something new, training with them, or giving them something to figure out on their own. We'll be sending in a few ideas for enrichment activities that involve exercising your dogs mentally and challenging them in novel ways. For today's activity, all you'll need is a box, enough toys to cover the bottom of the box, and your dog's food or treats. If you're like me and you don't take out the recycling that often, you can also use some dog-safe stuff from the recycling, like toilet paper rolls or packing paper, a tip I learned from Dave at Canine Karma Training. So go ahead and line the bottom of the box with either the food or treats. If your dog is used to working for its food, great, go ahead and use their entire meal. If not, then I'd suggest using a handful of treats to get them good and motivated to work for the treats. And then go ahead and fill the box with toys and or recycling. I'm going to use a mix of both toys and toilet paper rolls. Almost ready to start our enrichment activity, but before we do, we have to let our dog know when it's okay to dive into the box. Grace, a dog trainer at Urban Dog Leader, recommends using the beginning and end cues with your dog so they know when it's okay to dive into random boxes and when it's not. I like to let my dog know we're starting by using the cue ready and all done to tell him we're finished. Grace also recommends waiting for a solid second of eye contact before you give the release command to let your dog at it. I like to use get it. Get it! When your dog finishes with the activity, make sure there's no food or treats left before you say the end cue. Remove the box and disengage entirely with your dog for a few minutes. This gives them a clear signal that the activity is done and they can relax. I hope you and your dog enjoy. Thanks for watching.
Wait, good. Hi, I'm DALISA ROBLES, the social media manager at WNCT. WNCT now was born because digital is growing big and even bigger like every single day. So we want to keep up to date with every like social media tools and whatnot, and we want to have more visual content for the audience. So we created WNCT Now to produce live streams, podcasts, and even a breaking newsroom. WNCT Now is not only broadcast, it's more than that.
Well, hey, that's going to do it for this episode of the East Daily Download. We really appreciate your time. Again, remember, you can watch this show, WNCT.com, under the Download tab. Also, the website has great local news and weather information from First Alert Weather. Also, the WNCT mobile app, which will allow you to watch the show anywhere around the house whenever you like. So that's great. Free, Google Play, and the App Store. Okay, well, that's going to wrap it up for right now. You know, the thing is, I'm going to sit here and have a cup of coffee and think about what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. I think there might be house projects, but I think I'm probably okay.
Did I hear you say projects?
No,
Let me see. We need to clean this porch.
But it
we're
looks
going to
good.
sweep out the garage and clean it out. Maybe we should paint it as long as we're at it. What about the fence? We need to stain the fence. We've been meaning to do that. And the yard needs mowing and maybe trimming and plant some flowers maybe? I don't know. Let's see. And then our taxes, I don't think we ever finished those. Where should we start?
How about, there's a lot on this list here. How about that one?
Perfect.
That says Mark goes and takes a nap, doesn't
No,
it?
it does not. No, it does not.
Well, I guess that'll wrap it up for this episode of the East Daily Download, special at-home, work-from-home, on-location edition. And Dawn and I are going to get started. It's going to be a we thing, right? Not just a me thing?
Of course.
Okay, it's teamwork. See, that's what you do when you're married. You do team stuff. So we're going to do projects.
Absolutely. Let's get started. Bye, everybody.
When we hit the road for the next edition of the East Daily Download, we continue checking in with everyone during this special From Home Week. We check in with John out of the wilderness. Naomi teaches us about hand crochet. Lauren is putting together more baby gear. And we have a special edition of Down Eats on Farmer and the Dale. We'll see you on the next edition of the East Daily Download on Eastern North Carolina CW.